And another reason why we have a special occasion today that we have guys from Poland. We have Mariusz here, and the special occasion is that they a week ago they went live with the MSI Plus in store pickup, which is not yet GA, as you know, but they already made a release and they have 1,800 of in-store pickup locations there in 3 or 4 European countries. So that it's pretty cool, and especially the number of 1,800 of in-store pickup locations. So that guys will just demonstrate the live store with all this huge number of in-store locations. So Mariusz, are you here? Are you able to start sharing your screen and making the presentation of the store?
Yeah, I'm here. I hope you can hear me well. Let me just share my screen.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Um, all right. Okay, I hope you can see it. Um, Okay, so yeah, as Igor already mentioned, we met at the last Meet Magento, and we've been fortunate to show him and the other guys from Magento our implementation of in-store pickup that we got for our client. As you can see, this client is NKD. The story behind them is that they have somewhere around 1,800 physical stores, and they wanted their clients to be able to pick up their order both to be able to both let them decide that the order can be shipped normally, delivered to their home, and also picked up at the physical store, one of the 1,800 they have. So yeah, to go straight to the point, to the checkout, you can see that here we have our checkout a bit customized. We have this one extra checkout step, which is actually to align with their previous store that they have, not to confuse their clients with the relaunch too much. And here is the actual shipping step, you may call. At this point, we have the delivery method step because we have multiple of them. Yeah, so for them, they decided that they would like their the picking store to be done as a default shipping method because it is actually responsible for majority of orders at this shop. We also have a standard shipping in Magento that is also available in here. And yeah, this is, as I said, this is a normal Magento checkout. Nothing has been actually overwritten or something like that. This is just our styling on top. So yeah, this part checks out, and this is also this front end is also something that we are currently having at the store pickup front end implementation branch in MSI that you guys were so nice to do a really great review last few days, and this also will be something that will be applying, and hopefully we'll be able to finalize and merge this feature directly to the store pickup branch. Yeah, this is actually the case that I think I am. Yeah, I already been at the at this checkout, so this store is actually pre-selected for me because it was saved within the shipping information. But as you can see, I can as well search for the other store within the. Yeah, here I can provide either the city or a postcode. Yeah, here I have something in Berlin. I can also search in other places. For now, yeah, it returns this one. Here we are actually using API, which was provided by the MSI, and this API lets you search by the address. There is this search query that you can provide the city, street, and zip code. So this part of code tries to extract the zip code from the query that is provided in here. and treats everything else as the city. For now, this was the simplest implementation that we could do based on the API that is already provided in MSI. And of course, I can check the store that I would like to have. Also, what you may have already noticed, we extended this information a bit. We added an optional opening hours, which is actually not being a part of front-end description field, but it comes directly as a JSON data from the ERP system that they are using, mainly because these opening hours are changing, and I think, but there will be also Adam correcting me in a minute, that we are importing all of the store's information every day or every hour. I'm not sure, but this will be for Adam to clarify in a minute, because Adam also agreed to join. And yeah, I can proceed to the billing step, and as you can see, we have our shipping information provided, which is this store location, and I am now required. We actually also introduced an extra payment method. This is something that is what we coded an extra. This is not a part of an MSI, but here we have an extra shipping method which is just a payment at store, and here we are asking the clients to provide the billing information, which NKD will use to identify who should pick up said order at the store. I think that in the future, and this would be aligned to what we spoke some time ago, we may move every single piece of information that is also needed to pick up the order here below the email address, which may be a name or a telephone number. But this, I think, is for further discussion. I just don't know. To be honest, we like fell off from this whole loop recently, because, as Igor mentioned, we had a go live pretty much last week, so it was quite a busy time for us, and I wasn't there for MSI demos, so yeah, we'll just spend some time right now to catch up with all of the things and rebases and the work that you had done since then to rebase everything that we did and update it with all of your suggestions and improvements that you had. Additionally to this feature, we also added something totally custom, which is a store locator. This feature we call a store locator. And here you can actually see all of the list of all of the physical stores they have across Europe. And in total, we have something around 1,800 of them. And every single of those stores is actually an MSI source with the information. And in here, we have pretty much the same pieces of information that we are providing in the checkout. For this one, we coded a custom GraphQL endpoint, which also supports geolocation by IP address at first, and also we are able to, as you can see, share the geolocation information directly from the browser. So if someone is using a mobile device, then we'll be able to directly pinpoint them. We are also using, I think, the same API for searches that we are using in the checkout, with some additional autocomplete that we are getting from Google. But I am not sure if this is actually, I think this is our autocomplete, but the whole search of the sources is actually still being handled by the MSI. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it regarding this implementation. If you have any questions, then I'll be happy to answer them. Adam, if you have some additional information regarding the backend and performance challenges that we had, then it would be nice if you could also give some insight into that.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so as Mateusz said, we have 1800 sources, and it's a lot. And I think that it affects our performance in admin panel, especially. We didn't have much time to debug it or to investigate it, but it seems that the method to load carrier links by source, it takes around 20 or to 30 seconds when we open a product page in admin panel. This we will try to investigate and maybe somehow improve it, because yeah, it's getting hard to the client team, content team to edit products. Apart from that, we update the sources every day around 1 a.m. And also we have implemented a flag to mark some sources as active or not active, because sometimes they close the sources. So they are still visible in store locator, but you cannot choose them when you are using the checkout. So you cannot order to the shop when we know that it will be closed in next days. So this is what we had to also implement. And other than that, yeah, it works pretty well. Client is happy, and 80% of the customers use the feature to deliver products to their shop. So it was really important to have it done, and I think it works from what we see, from the conversion rate and so on, that at least we have the same conversion that we used to have in the previous shop. So I think the front-end implementation is really good. And customers which we have in this shop, they are like 40, 50 years old women. So maybe not exactly tech-savvy customers, but they are able to proceed the checkout and finalize their orders. So that would be it. If you have any questions regarding backend implementation, I'm here to answer. But overall, I think that pretty good, like it is now. Thank you.
Cool. I just want to clarify, because you mentioned that in our private conversation before the demo, but you didn't say it right now. So you have 1800 sources and one stock. So this is your configuration.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this is something worth mentioning. Oh, maybe Adam, you will explain the whole stock and inventory.
Yes. We have like one global stock, and we decided to go with the solution with MSI, because in near future it might be possible that they will have more stocks. So when we launch, we decided to go this way, that if the client will support more stocks, then we will be ready. So yeah, that's the configuration we have. And
yeah, this is also the case that we are pretty much not tracking the inventory within the Magento itself. We are not finalizing the shipments. Can you say a bit about that, Adam?
Yeah. So the case is that when the order is placed, the third-party company, the ERP system, takes the order, and our responsibility ends here. We do not get notifications about shipment or invoicing, and orders remain in the processing state. And it seems to be a problem, because there is this table called inventory reservation, where all the products are being reserved, and therefore the stock is not updated, and sometimes people cannot buy more even when the stock is replenished, because they stay as reserved. So currently we just empty the table from time to time, and we need to think about solution. Whether will we mark those orders as shipped, we complete the orders life cycle in Magento, or we will somehow, using plugin, remove the functionality to keep the reservation stable. I don't know what's your take on this. How should we proceed with that? Or maybe you will implement something on your side to disable or maybe make it configurable to keep the reservations of inventory.
So The simplest way how you can proceed with that. By the way, sorry for that mess. We are just in a store which sell lederhosen because we are in preparation for tomorrow's contribution day. So we are trying to get the most fancy outfit for tomorrow. And you've seen the director of architecture uh, running back and forth in a lederhosen probably. So. Back to the question. So probably the easiest way is to just pluginize place reservation for business event interface, and for example, just cast like with around plugin and just provide the possibility just making the stock deduction. So it would be quick hack for you, but it will
Mm-hmm.
work, especially taking into account that all the order management in your particular case happens in external ERP system, and you don't get updates from that external ERP system in Magento. So that orders placed in Magento are always open and not closed anymore, so that you may just provide the around pluginization and make the source actually like I am not a big fan of making the stock deduction because stock is an index and probably you're not supposed to change index by itself, but you may end up with the source deduction, for example,
Mm-hmm.
or like something like that. So we may consider it more closely, but actually I believe that the around pluginization of place reservation for business away for business event is the way to go. Just need to
Mm-hmm.
consider what exactly thing you need to do in this case.
Yeah, that's what also we thought about. So thank you for confirming this. And yeah, next week hopefully we will implement this.
I believe if you'll have some time tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, we may
Mm-hmm.
sync up with you because we will be working in the scope of the contribution day, so we can consider how it's better to resolve this particular uh, integration schema and what's the better way to do.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, one more topic that we spoke about at Meet Magento, and we've been able to clarify that was the fact that, as far as I remember, bundled products are not being able to be indexed when you are using a custom stock, which we do. And we were surprised by actually we do not have any bundled products yet, but we are quite sure that we'll have in the future. So this will be a next big topic for us to resolve how we are going to actually be able to show the bundled products at the store. For now, there are none, but we already know that there will be some. So there is this another topic from our side. Other than that, I would say that yeah, that's it. If you have any other questions, then feel free. If not, then thank you very much. Um, I hope that yeah, we'll be able to actually contribute everything that we did here after some fixes that you guys suggested in the merge request, and we'll be able to see this feature in the Magento soonish.
Cool. This sounds especially cool. I just recall another thing which we discussed and which you forgot to mention here. So just wanted to repeat it right now because I believe our product owner will be watching this presentation later, just to make him aware that currently Magento does not support. So if you provide the limitation for shipping addresses,
Yeah,
especially it
yeah.
may be suitable for in-store pickup orders. When, for example, when you limit your shipping addresses to Germany only, like country in a country list, so the billing addresses still should be extended because in European Union it's allowed to have a shipping address just in Germany while have a billing address in all other countries among the European Union, like Poland, Switzerland, like Romania, whatever. So that it still should be possible, and currently it's not supported by Magento. It's not particularly an MSI bottleneck, but it should be supported by Magento.
Yeah, this is exactly the case for us. We have separate configurations for each of the countries, and the shipping address is limited to this specific country. So yeah, as you said, it is currently not possible to have, for example, if right now I'm on the German store, I am not possible to choose any other address, either in the shipping, and I can have them saved in my address book, but I cannot pass them. I cannot pass the validation both on the first and the second step. So this is also something worth considering for the future. For now, we think that our approach, first of all, as we saw, this doesn't really affect a really significant percentage of the users, but this is a possibility, and we are thinking about limiting the addresses that are actually being displayed to only the ones from a specific country. But yeah, as you said, it is not possible to have a billing address from a separate country anyway, and there is this EU law which says that there should be this possibility. So yeah, I can confirm that we spoke about that.
Stepan Furman, who is right beside me, just actually said while I was muted that this is really interesting ticket to work with, and he will proceed with this tomorrow on a contribution day in Munich. So
Very
this
nice
guy.
to hear that. So good luck.
Okay, thank you guys. Your demonstration is just fantastic, and we're really joyful to see such updates when people from community who involve in contribution show that like they are early adopters and they so believe in the functionality which is beyond development, not even in GA yet, to realize their businesses, their production and go live without waiting for the GA release. And we will be keeping assisting you and keeping helping with resolving all possible issues, because like while the product is not released, you may expect that it's gonna be some issues, and we will be trying to resolve and help with all the possible problems you will face with. But currently, everything looks amazing, and thank you guys for keeping us updated on what's happening with the project. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mateusz. Thank you, Adam. So let's proceed further according to the agenda. As I understood, Evgen is still not possible to connect. He's supposed to have some problems with his mic because he's saying something which is completely not possible to hear from our side. And if I'm not wrong, the next update gonna be from Slava. Not from Slava. From Alex Kravchuk. Yes. Just blink with an eye. I see you. If you hear me and understand, and you confirm that next update is
Yeah,
gonna
he
be
can
from your
hear
side.
you.
Okay.
Бери наушники и вещай.
Okay.
Другой
Do you hear me?
стороной. Нет, у тебя микрофон замьючен.
Okay.
Сука, какой же ты...
Okay. It should be good. Should be. Okay. You switch is something. Okay, yeah. So here I have MSI project set up, and here I have a few sources there, and some of them even marked as backup location. And yeah, if we can select some of the sources, any, for example, this, the added new comment under the attribute with a specific application, which says that default source cannot be used for in-store pickup delivery. And and if I'm not wrong, if I open the default source, I cannot change this attribute for this source. And this is source things which were done from the admin UI side. And the second one is this. Here we have source, and let's make it not a big application. Here we have address data. Here we have city information and street. And when we make it a big application back, the city and street become required. If this change is related to in future when this application will be shown on the storefront, customer will select the pick application, and based on the pick application address, the shipping address for the quote will be created. And when we have no information about city or street, usually it will lead to the validation error in the quote, and it's like a way to avoid such errors. And next thing which I would like to tell in this demo, it's about GraphQL coverage. So we created coverage for GraphQL, and we created a possibility to search pick applications with the GraphQL. Here you can see the schema on the left side, and here you can see the result of GraphQL query, which is done with my installation of multi-source inventory project. In this schema, we created different attributes for the query. First attribute has name as data. Data is used for distance. Distance is used to provide information for filter by distance to the entered address. So like they have country code German and of course, and filter all sources which are geographically located in the distance more than 700 kilometers. And the second section is filter. It's about filtering of attributes. For example, they applied filters for the city, region ID, and street. Also, there you can add attributes by pick application code and name. And actually, we decreased the number of filters which can be applied to the pickup location with the real number of attributes which is next option is sort. It's just simple to provide the sorting for the pickup locations which will be shown, and paging options about page size and cover page. I think this is it for these three changes which we thank you.
Sasha?
Yep.
I have a question to you, guys. So Mariusz actually mentioned that they introduced own GraphQL endpoint, and at least from what I understood, they actually introduced pretty much the same entry point. So whether you sync up with guys regarding the GraphQL endpoint, whether the work you're particularly working on is in sync with their requirements, and did they have a chance to look through? Because just to make sure that all the API we introduce are suitable for the needs of the store which we already have.
Yeah, okay. We'll synchronize.
So, Mariusz, Adam, can you, like, when you will have some spare time, can you look through the GraphQL endpoint, which was created by guys from, I wanted to say from the ISM agency, but not ISM anymore, but from our in-store pickup guys, initial in-store pickup guys, Alex and Max.
All right. Yeah, I'll try to contact. Or if you could send me a link or just contact me on Slack and then
Yeah,
or
we
I
will
will
contact.
contact you directly. Yeah.
Yeah, we will contact in the Slack and then we decide what to do next.
Okay.
Good.
So the last but not least gonna be. Oh,
Тебе, наверное, бранчу надо переключить. Hi everyone, give me a second to switch the branch. Um, so can you hear me and see my screen now? Что? Какой?
are you still present in Max?
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can.
So I'm ready to share my screen now.
Okay, let's proceed.
Okay, so I hope you see it. So I'm doing this pull request for about 1 month. It's a store pickup order placement from admin panel. So what changed since last demo? It's give me give Magento a second. So it's when you change the I don't know why it's not working. Branch переключил? Да. So it's failed, guys. Okay, there will be no presentation from my side. So in 2 words, there should be dropped out sources available. So it will be shown only if store pickup shipping method is choose. I don't know why it's not working now. Probably local installation is corrupted. And the second point is there is order there is notify customer order is ready for pickup button. It was never working, and I fixed that. Uh, sorry guys for not working Magento instance, but that's all from me.
Okay, so uh, I believe it's better to reschedule this particular part of the presentation for next week. So when probably, like when it would, when the condition gonna be more appropriate than today. But in any
Well,
case,
I don't think so because okay, that's fine. Also, is Christoph and Matthew still here? Yeah, can you see they're here? I just would like to say, guys, that we will say a special thanks to you on our Twitch and MageCon, but only in case I will be able to pronounce your name correctly.
so looks like that's all for today, and let guys go to grab some Weiss beer in Munich, and probably that's all for today. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for your valuable contribution. Thank you guys, and the cheers guys for your release of the first ever in-store pickup based Magento installation with 1800 sources on board, and especially one of the valuable parts that guys with the 1800 sources have Magento Enterprise Cloud deployment as well. So thank you, and this definitely great update for today. And see you guys next time. See you in a week. And don't, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us anytime. We are always available in chat and Twitter, wherever you can find us. But probably the next 2 days we will be pretty much busy with Munich Hackathon, organized and hosted by the Tech Division. So see you guys there, and thank you, and see you soon.
Bye.